I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our guest speaker. Jack Jackson began his military service after graduating from Purdue University in Indiana. His military career began in 1967 with the United States Marine Corps. 1968 and 1969 were spent flying combat missions in Vietnam. Jack has flown 668 combat missions, including carrier landings on the USS Roosevelt, the Enterprise, the Guam, and the Guadalcanal. In civilian life, he continued to serve his country by being involved with flight testing for Boeing in all phases of flying qualities, including weapon separation and engine development. He was responsible for production flight testing of the AV-8B, the F-18, the T-45, and the F-15. He also served as state representative from 2002 to 2006 for District 89 in the Missouri House of Representatives. His numerous awards include Legislator of the Year Award from the American Legion in 2004, Legislator of the Year Award, Missouri Department of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, 2003, 2005, and 2006. He also was awarded the National Aeronautic Association Elder Statesman of Aviation Award in 2004. He is a member of the American Legion, the Marine Corps League, the Navy League, the Vietnam Veterans of America, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, National Association of Parliamentarians, and the National Republican Committee. Jack is the recipient of 4 Distinguished Flying Crosses, 33 Air Medals, various campaign ribbons, Navy Commendation Medal, Combat V, and the Legion of Merit. Please give a warm welcome to Jack Jackson.
How about a round of applause for Betty for putting all this on? That's wonderful. And Kathy, what a wonderful voice. They always teach us the Marine Corps command voice. I can't sing. You're probably looking, folks, at the only person in the world. When I start singing in the shower, the water shuts off by itself, so I stop singing. It is good to be here. And to my fellow veterans, thank you. First, I need a show of hands, or if you're sitting, would you stand? I want the World War II veterans. Either raise your hand if you're standing over here, or stand if you're here. There you are. Thank you. You did save the freedom that we know. Let me see my Korean veterans. You're a Korean veteran. I want to see you stand. Let me see your hand. Go over here. Look at it. Thank you. And my fellow Vietnam veterans, would you stand and let me see your hands? And to you, and I'll touch on it later, welcome home. How about Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Iraqi Freedom, look at the hands. Thank you. And presently, those who have served in Iraq recently, or Afghanistan, thank you. Please be seated. You know, today is a special day, and some people say, well, you know, it's the other thing I would like to do is, yesterday was the 234th birthday of the United States Marine Corps, so happy birthday, Marines. Around the world. I remember when I was in Vietnam, we celebrated the birthday, and last night I had the privilege of being down in Branson with a friend of mine, Oliver North, and we were reminiscing about our Vietnam times, and I remember we celebrated in a place called Quang Tri, and they made cupcakes. You could use those cupcakes for mortar shells. You couldn't eat them. They were so hard. We were looking forward to that. You know, it is interesting about veterans. Veterans are a very unique person. What is it that takes to be a veteran? I think it takes 2 things. And that's one of the reasons you serve, and that's one of the reasons you've come out here today. The 2 things I think it takes to be a veteran and wear the uniform of this great nation is, first of all, your blood be red, and secondly, you work hard. That's all we ask. That's all our nation has. And from the time you put on the uniform to the time you put it away, some may be 2 years, some may be 20, some may be 30. You continue to serve. Long after the uniform is in the closet and doesn't fit anymore, I tell this story quite often, talking about uniforms that still fit. How many of you have uniforms that still fit? Oh, yeah. I see one hand. That's just good. You just got home. I saw you stand up. That's good. But the other day, it's been a while now, I got mine in a plastic bag in the closet downstairs, and I'm fooling around. And I went down there and I put it on. I squeezed it shut. I held my breath. My face was as red as that man's St. Louis Cardinal jacket back there. I went upstairs to my wife. We've been married 43 years. She's right back here. And I said, "Look, honey, it still fits." She looked at me and said, "Just put it away. You were a fat captain." What does it take to be a veteran, to sign up to serve? First of all, your blood be red and you work hard. We don't care what your religion is, what your color is, what your beliefs are, your political convictions. They matter not. And it's when you put your fellow warriors in front of everything else, and everyone stands in front of this flag and that flag so it doesn't drag through the mud. Specifically, I'd like to address my veterans. I know your feelings today. There are 4 words that I want to share with you that I think summarize the feelings of veterans and their families. And one of the things that I want to share now is with the families. Let me see the show of hands of spouses of veterans. I see the hands. I want to thank you for keeping the home fires burning. I'm going to just go off on a side note here for a moment. You know, when we're overseas, and how many Cold War veterans do I have? You know what, fellas? It's just as cold at 2 in the morning, standing post, whether they're shooting at you or not. And thank you for your service. But to the spouses, let me say this. Every night when I was in Vietnam and I'd flown my combat missions and I got shot up, I got shot down and all, just like the rest of you. There were war stories and over there they'd gone. But my wife did not know until I walked off the plane whether I was alive or dead. Every night when she put her head on the pillow. That's special. My father was a World War II veteran.